Before the lights ignite. Before the roar breaks the air. Before history is etched in blood and glory, there is the silence. A storm is forming in Europe's heart, and with it, a reckoning. The reigning European powerhouse, Pavel Dailidko. The undefeated American, Odie Delaney. Two forces on collision course. One built to destroy. The other destined to rise. This isn't just another fight. It's a battle for legacy, for belief, for heavyweight supremacy. One is built in silence, engineered to end things early. A storm that doesn't speak, it strikes. Pavel Dailidko, the experiment, the champion, 9 wins, 9 knockouts, 0 doubt.
I saw his style, I saw how he's fighting, I saw what guys did fought. I know that I can manage him. Everyone who took me down did mistake. I'm good on the ground as well. Won't be easy for him to take me down first.
The other walks with weight. A husband, a father, a fighter with something deeper to prove.
I'm Odie the Witness Delaney. I train in Pensacola, Florida. I own a gym called Witness Martial Arts, and I operate and train out of that gym. He doesn't really know my striking level either, and I feel like my striking can stand up to his striking any day of the week, and I hope to plan that on the 17th of May.
Odie Delaney, the believer, the challenger, unbeaten, undeterred, unafraid. One fights to defend what he's earned, the other to claim what he's ready for. This is the clash they were destined for. This is Road to Brave. Pavel Dailidko, forged in fire, hammered into a shape no man wanted to face. The Colossus of Lithuania, 6'4", 110 kilos of cold, measured violence. A striker with granite fists and a killer's calm. He doesn't speak often. He doesn't need to. His fists do the talking. And what they say is final. A perfect finish rate. 3 first-round knockouts in a single year. But none of it came easy. The losses came first.
It's very hard to see the punches. Oh! They stepped him! Mercy, mercy me! It's it!
Wow!
It's over!
What a knockout!
Then came frustration. Then came the work. What followed was dominance. At Brave CF 88 in Slovenia, Pavel seized the Brave CF heavyweight title. A display of raw power and calculated destruction that echoed through the division. He didn't just win the title. He cemented himself as one of the most feared men in Brave CF.
All my professional road started with lockdown gym. Honestly, there was no proper heavyweights in that gym. lockdown gym coach. He texts for Tom Aspinall. He messaged him, and we went to spar there. I did some sparring with him, and after that we start training all together, like plenty of the heavyweights there. There was like probably 10 different heavyweights.
Yeah, we did some sparring the other day, and he felt a lot more confident and a lot sharper than he has done in previous camps, so I think he's ready for this one.
On the other side, Odie Delaney, former NCAA All-American, BJJ black belt, a coach by day, a contender by purpose.
My journey into MMA started with wrestling. I grew up wrestling all the way through middle school, high school, college. I went into law enforcement, experienced some pretty extreme adversity in law enforcement, couldn't keep going down that career field. So just looking around at my life and the skills that I had and what I could offer, I decided that a career in mixed martial arts was the way that I was going to go.
He walks into the fire because he's learned how to survive it. In Pensacola, he builds others because he knows what it feels like to fall.
When I didn't kill myself. Yeah, I was the bravest in my life when I didn't pull that trigger. Because that was the moment in my life when I was most afraid, most terrified. When I looked into the future, I saw nothing. I saw nothing but pain and suffering, and I truly believed in that moment that that was going to be the rest of my life and that there was nothing other than that for me. And pulling the trigger would have been the easy thing to do. It would have been lights out and no more suffering, no more pain, no more what ifs, nothing. But it's like, again, in having bravery in that moment and accepting that life is hard, but that there are things that are in my control, there's things that I can do to better my life. Making that decision to take on that challenge, to take on life with everything that I've got, that was the bravest moment I've ever had, and it paid off big time.
And we got a call, came over the radio dispatch, said there might be an active shooter in the AME church, and I was actually pretty close to where the AME church was, so I put on my lights, sirens, and went over there as fast as I could. I didn't really, at the time, know what I was gonna be seeing. Bodies all over the room, fluid all over the room, shell casings. There's a young man in the middle of the room, looking up, begging me for his life. He had bullet holes like in his chest cavity. He was in the center of the room, and there was a little girl and a grandmother standing above him while he was begging me to help him, begging me to stop the bleeding, and his face was nothing but terror. When you're a law enforcement officer and you respond to something like that, you have to make sure that the shooter is not still in the room with you. If I said, buddy, I'll be right back, I'll come back, I'll help you. I checked all what they call polos, points of likely opposition. And then I came back to him and he'd passed away. I didn't blame myself entirely. Obviously, I wasn't the one that pulled the trigger, but it hurt me that I wasn't able to stop and help him. And it made me mad that God wasn't there to help him either. And I felt alone. It wasn't the violence that affected me so much. I was kind of naive, and I had been met with true evil for the first time in my life. That had rocked the foundations of my entire being, and how I got through this world. It was my hope. My hope had been stripped from me. That day, evil had won, and there was nothing I could really do about it. But having panic attacks, became suicidal. There's a lot of things going wrong in my life at the time, a lot of things. And I didn't have MMA at the time. I had stopped my athletic career, stopped wrestling. So I didn't have a healthy outlet. Turned to alcohol to help me get through it. And that wasn't working. It's actually making things worse. Yeah, I crashed. I crashed hard. I got hopeless. And it took me a long time to build back. It took me a long time to kind of reconcile what I had seen with my new worldview. And yeah, I didn't kill myself. And when I was about to pull the trigger, when I had that pistol to my head, I had a vision of my future life. I saw my potential future kids. I saw potential love. Everything that could be, and I feel like God put that on my heart and in my mind in that moment. And then I decided to trust and to have hope in that. And then look what happened. I mean, everything that he showed me in that moment when I had that 45 to my head, he delivered all of that to me. And I don't know why. I still don't know why. And I still feel a lot of guilt. It's like, why didn't he save Taiwanza and give him all the stuff he's given me? But I don't know, you know, maybe he's somewhere way better than where I'm at. You know, maybe he's in heaven. This is pretty close, but from what they say, heaven's a lot better. So, yeah, maybe he's there.
Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom over me. And before I'll be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. Oh, freedom.
To become the best one in the world, I'm trying to get myself always better. Always training. If after the fight, you will be resting all the time, you're not gonna get better or progress. So I'm trying all the time to progress, all the time training.
At Fighting for Fitness, Pavel trains obsessively, precisely. His world is rhythm, repetition, pain, payoff. Every sweat drop is measured. Every strike, engineered. This isn't training. It's refinement. It's war prep.
Watch here. Ooh, like moving 1 second. Yeah.
Pavel's is always the first in the morning, and he works really hard, and he's the last out usually. He's definitely upped his game, I think, for this fight. And he's good, and everybody's seen that he's good in his last few fights, and he's really good coming forward. But it's heavyweight MMA, so one punch with those little gloves on, anything happens. You know, that's what we always say out of it. It's just, if he's good enough, hopefully he'll not get caught.
I've been training with Pavel for quite a while, and the man from Vaplav has been sparring there. We've had a right tear up. He's no easy man to pin, so I'm very confident in his ability to do everything, you know.
I think part of Pasha's personality, he's always disciplined. That's something that he's done right from his bodybuilding days all the way through his fighting career. So I think questioning his commitment to turn up and be dialed in is never in doubt. Whether he's a champion or whether he's fighting the ladder and the start of his career, he's just been the same person all the way through, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon.
In Pensacola, Florida, Odie lives by a code forged in conviction. God, family, gym. It's not just a motto, it's his foundation.
The name, The Witness, that I've used for my fight name, and then my gym, Witness Martial Arts. To witness means to attest to the truth. You know, the truth that can be kind of subjective, but I think there are some universal truths that we can all agree on. Treat others as you would want to be treated, you know, help lift each other up, not tear each other down. And I've kind of created my gym as kind of my church, and I just, you know, I'm in there to have fellowship and raise people up. The thing that's cool about martial arts is a lot of the lessons, philosophical, physical, spiritual, that you learn in the gym, they kind of can go across the board. You can take something that you've learned as far as like overcoming fear from the mats and then use that in your professional life.
Outside the gym, Odie obviously, he has his wife, he has his children, and myself, I have a wife and a child as well. So Odie is just a great example of how to be a husband and a father and balance that with fighting and coaching. So I try to just balance my life and use his example to help me be a better husband to my wife and father to my son.
Odie's career and MMA journey, it's shaped our life for the better for sure. It's led us to this point that we're in right now, which is incredible. We're so blessed. The gym is probably the pinnacle of this journey, and now this world championship fight. It's been a long road, and to finally be here is just great.
My biggest strength going into this fight is my mind and my mental preparation. My ability to put myself into that flow state, that place where I'm going to be able to be creative, have fun, do what needs to be done in the moment. I don't overthink. I've been doing this a very, very long time. I've wrestled at the highest levels. So I kind of know how to make the body and the mind peak at the same time, if that makes sense. Sometimes they can be disconnected. Sometimes, you know, you feel good mentally, but your body is just completely crashed. It's kind of an art to get them to go into the fight together at the right time. And not to peak too early, not to be peaking too late. The one message I want everyone to know is that giving up can't be an option. I was a point in my life where when I was looking forward, there was absolutely no hope. There was no ideas of grandeur, no love, no happiness. It was just darkness ahead of me. You know, this is a time when I was extremely suicidal and I could have quit in that moment. And thank God I didn't. I want to be a living representative of what might happen if you don't quit in that moment. I don't want anyone to ever be in this moment, but if God forbid someone is, maybe they'll think of my story. Maybe they'll remember, hey, Odie didn't quit, and then look what happened to him. You know, he was able to fulfill his dreams. He was able to find love, build love around him through children and friends. I want people to just see that I'm the embodiment of perseverance and that it's worth doing.
It's crazy. It's crazy to see something that someone has worked so hard their entire life, because it's not just, you know, the fight camps. It's his entire life, his wrestling career, the jiu-jitsu journey, and then the MMA journey, and it's all just come together to this point, and I'm excited to see him showcase his skills and show the world what he's capable of. Junior wanted to put on his MMA clothes because his daddy is fighting for a title fight and he wanted the world to know that he's also training. The kids absolutely love it. Our son, he's going to be an MMA fighter. That's his dream. The kids are so excited that Daddy's going to fight for a championship. Dad's going to be a world champ. Junior runs around the gym constantly talking about how Daddy's going to be a world champ.
Right-handed after the yeah. 2. Well, Pavel's a professional athlete and he trains hard every day. He's focused, he's thinking about what he's going to do in his fight, he's training hard and working on the specifics that we've put together for him. So yeah, he's just working hard really and getting ready to go.
First of all, very huge thanks for the boss, for Sheikh Khalid. I made this because of him. He gave me this chance, he gave me that chance. Thank you very much.
Pressure doesn't come with the belt. It begins the moment you earn it. And Pavel, he welcomes it, wears it like armor, trains like it's war.
This is what I fight for.
Cold, ruthless, focused. His gym is a forge, his body, a weapon sharpened daily. His will, unshakable.
I'm calm in a life, calm in a training, respectful, same in a fight.
He's a fierce striker, but I also think that I have certain advantages that he doesn't have. There's not a lot of film out on me. A lot of my fights have been very quick and pretty decisive, but also when somebody hasn't had my level of grappling on top of them, it's gonna be like a very shocking experience because it's not something that most people are used to. And I think that when I do get on top of him and he realizes that he can't get up, I think that that's going to be kind of an eye-opening moment for him.
No, I think he does really well under pressure, and I think that's what he's really good at. Is not everyone can do that well, and I think he does it really well. Is he fights better than he fights in the gym.
Pressure makes diamonds. I am that diamond.
Geneva in May. Spring's chill still lingers, and the Alps cast long shadows over a city on the edge of history. On May 17th, Brave CF enters its 36th country in association with Warriors Night Championship, WNC. And for the first time, the experiment and the witness step into the same cage. Brave CF 94 isn't just an event, it's a moment. The kind that lingers long after the lights go dark. The kind that shapes legacies. The kind that echoes.
I'd say the biggest difference is zero weakness. Stand-up, phenomenal. Wrestling, phenomenal. Jiu-jitsu, phenomenal. Work ethic, top tier. Cardio, I've never seen a heavyweight with the cardio he has. Hopefully he gets a chance to showcase that in his fight for Brave.
Going into this fight, my greatest strength is going to be my mind and my mindset. I've been competing my entire life. I know how to compete. I know how to get myself into that zone where I can just flow and be creative and have fun. And that's a really dangerous place to be.
For Pavel, it's about proving what dominance looks like. Europe's most feared heavyweight intends to stay feared.
This is not just the title, this is my life. The belt stays with me, there's no question.
Oh, he's just keeping my belt warm for me. That's literally what I was thinking about right now, is just snuggling my belt.
This isn't about who hits harder. It's about who refuses to fall.
I mean, he's got to knock me out. He has to make me unconscious, because if I'm conscious, I'm fighting back. So it's, it's like fighting a pissed off bear,
They both push past breaking, but only one will break through.
You see your opponent when he's already giving up, so that moment I'm just finishing.
It doesn't matter how mentally tough you are, or how strong you are, or fast you are. If you can't keep up, if your gas tank runs out before mine does, I can be half as good as you and still win.
Can the striker keep the grappler off of him? Or will the storm get dragged into deep waters?
We will see. You don't survive the storm, you get crushed by it.
It's a great honor to be the next Brave Heavyweight Champion. When I am the next Brave Heavyweight Champion, I think that I'll be a good ambassador to the sport as a whole, and to Brave. I think that they're trying to kind of change the ethos of martial arts, and I think I could be the face of it.
Brave is my kingdom, and I protect it.
1, 2, 3, witness!
Two forces, one cage, no second chances. Pavel Dailidko versus Odie Delaney is more than just another main event. It's a pivotal moment for the Brave CF heavyweight division. With championship gold on the line and two contrasting styles set to collide, this is high-stakes drama in its purest form. Pavel Dailidko, Odie Delaney, for the Brave CF heavyweight crown. This is Brave CF 94, Pavel versus Odie. When the cage closes, only the brave remain. Catch all the action, live and on demand at watch.bravecftv.com.